When I got this fragrance, I was just like, why didn't I get this sooner? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bella and this is Bella's Perfume Diaries. If this is your first time of stumbling on this channel, Perfume Diaries is a series where we talk about perfumes, a sprinkle of beauty and lifestyle. So if this is the kind of content you like, please click that subscribe button and join the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in once again. On today's episode, I'm going to be doing a review on Red Temptation by Zara, the most talked about Zara fragrance. I'm sure it's among their bestseller. And the recent release, Red Temptation Winter. I have tested both out and I can't wait to share my thoughts on these two fragrances. So if you want to know what Red Temptation and Red Temptation Winter smells like, then keep watching. The first one we'll be starting with is the OG Red Temptation. This is the one that came out first, and this is the one that got more hype because it is said to smell like the popular Baccarat Rouge 540, which I also have in my collection. So I'm going to be telling you if Red Temptation is a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. This is what the packaging looks like. It's written at the back here, chapter number 1. When this fragrance was released, I didn't think to get it because I felt like I have Baccarat Rouge 540. I have tried a couple of dupes for Baccarat Rouge 540, so I didn't see the need to get Red Temptation by Zara. But the hype, I bought into the hype, guys, and mostly because I just got the Red Temptation Winter, so I felt let me do a comparison for you guys. When I got this fragrance, I was just like, why didn't I get this sooner? So it's written, sensuality comes to life as a bright jasmine bouquet with irresistible fruity touch. Literally what describes this fragrance. It's an 80 ml 2.71 fluid ounce Zara. So that's just basically the presentation of the box. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's a transparent bottle basically with a clear liquid. It's just basically how the long bottles of Zara looks like. The main accords of Red Temptation are amber, mossy, earthy, citrus, sweet, woody, powdery, warm, spicy and animalic. The top notes of this fragrance are saffron, bitter orange and coriander. Middle notes are praline and jasmine. Base notes are moss, amber and musk. I took some time off Baccarat Rouge 540 for a while because I felt like I was getting too used to that scent profile. And getting this, I have just fallen in love with that scent profile all over again. When you spray this fragrance at first, you get this sweet candy saffron that gives it this warmth in the fragrance. So it's not like a sticky sweet or a loud sweet fragrance. It's more like a warm, sweet, candy, sexy, intoxicating fragrance. This is literally a saffron, amber and cedar scent. It has that praline. I'm guessing the praline in it is what is adding to that candy sweetness in the fragrance, and then the saffron is what is giving it this warm, cozy feel, and then the jasmine in it is what is giving it this soft florals. The saffron in it comes in and tones down that sweetness to give it this warmth, but that candy sweetness remains throughout the fragrance, which is what I love about the fragrance. This fragrance smells sexy, it smells rich, it smells sophisticated. If you have this on you, you're literally going to smell like a sexy, rich body kid. This fragrance has moderate projection with minimum of 8 hours longevity. The thing about this fragrance is that when you get it at first 1 or 2, 3 sprays you get are going to be alcohol, but if you let this fragrance sit, then you will start getting the beauty that is Red Temptation. Guys, the hype is justified. Trust me when I say this, the hype on this fragrance is justified. Now, to know whether this fragrance is a dupe for the OG Baccarat Rouge 540, I'll spray Red Temptation on this hand. I'll spray Baccarat Rouge on this hand.
2,000 years later.
It has been confirmed and sealed that this is a spot on dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. If I'm to rate them, I think this perfume smells 98% similar to Baccarat Rouge 540, but I feel what differentiates it is that this one lasts all day. This perfume lasts all day. You'll be begging it to stop smelling on you. It is very long lasting, but this one lasts, but I feel that it doesn't last as long as the OG. Maybe this one gives you like a full working day, let's say 12 hours, which is fair enough. I don't know if it's just me, but I think that this one has a little bit more sweetness than this. It is said that Baccarat Rouge 540 is a unisex fragrance, but I feel that Red Temptation leans more feminine than unisex. So that is my review on Red Temptation by Zara, a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. Now let's go to the latest release, the most recent release, and I'm sure the one that you guys are here for, because everybody knows about Red Temptation at this point. Next one I'll be talking about is Red Temptation Winter, their most recent release. This is what the packaging of this fragrance looks like. I love the color they used on it, and at the back here they wrote winter. So that's just basically how that one comes. So I've been hearing people compare this fragrance with Baccarat Rouge 540, the Extrait version. They even have like similar, color. So we are going to be finding out if this fragrance is truly a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait version. The bottle is basically the same, except that the only thing they added was winter. The main accords of Red Temptation Winter are sweet, warm, spicy, patchouli, woody, earthy, metallic, leather, balsamic, white, floral, and fruity. The top notes are sweet notes and saffron. Zara, what is sweet notes? The middle notes are jasmine and fruits. Base notes are patchouli and cedar. Guys, when I smelled this perfume, I was obsessed. I am obsessed about this scent. When you spray this fragrance at first, you get that candy sweetness that is in the OG, but this one is more like burnt sugar sweetness. That is what you get in this fragrance, which is what I love. So you get that candy sweetness, you get the saffron that gives it warmth, which is also the same thing that is in the OG Red Temptation. So it has that OG Red Temptation DNA, but then added in this fragrance is that burnt sugar candy sweetness. And then in the mid, you start to get smokiness. And it's not off-putting, it's not overpowering, it's not a choking, it's just a very beautiful smoky. I don't know, maybe because I love smoky scents, that's why I love this more. But that smokiness in the fragrance, added with the burnt sugar sweetness, added with the warmth and the sexiness that the saffron gives, just makes it intoxicating. To be honest, this perfume is intoxicating. So just imagine that you felt that Baccarat Rouge 540 was sexy. Try Red Temptation Winter. You would see sexiness personified, or sexiness in a bottle. So the burnt sugar in this fragrance gives it this burning brown sugar. This fragrance is sweet, it is spicy, it is smoky, it is sexy. It mixes perfectly with my skin chemistry and just gives me this richness, this sexiness, this sophistication that I cannot even explain. This fragrance is a sexy, warm, sweet, burnt sugar, smoky, intoxicating, rich scent. It has heavy projection with minimum of 12 hours longevity. I absolutely love the fact that the longevity on this fragrance are top notch. They are enough to carry me for a full work day, which is just basically what anybody needs. You want your fragrances to carry you all day, and that is exactly what this fragrance does. So now the burning question: is Red Temptation Winter a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait version? The top of this fragrance smells exactly like Baccarat Rouge 540, the Extrait version, because it has this more matured, sexy sweetness, and then the warmth in the saffron is exactly how it is in Baccarat Rouge, the Extrait version. But then that added burnt sugar, brown sugar, smokiness in this fragrance, you cannot get it here. you cannot. So this is more like an intense version of this. This is actually the highest concentration, so just imagine a higher concentration than the highest concentration. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, it's more like an intense version of this because of that added smokiness and that extra burnt sugar and brown sugar in it that gives it this intensity. This perfume is sexy. Don't think that the smokiness in this fragrance is off-putting. It still adds up and makes this fragrance sexy and intoxicating. It adds this je ne sais quoi to the fragrance. So that is Red Temptation Winter by Zara. To me, this is highly recommended. So overall, I love this because it gives you this soft, sexy, warm, sweet, intoxicating scent, and then this one gives you that added spiciness, that burning smokiness, and that extra kick to the Red Temptation Winter. So I'm guessing this one is for winter and this one is for, you know, your regular day-to-day wear. I absolutely love both of them, the Red Temptation EDP and the Red Temptation Winter. So that's my review on Red Temptation and Red Temptation Winter. Have you tried any of these fragrances? Let me know in the comments what you think about the fragrance, what you experienced while wearing the fragrance. If you haven't tried any of these fragrances, let me know in the comments which one you think you would love to try. For the kind of person that is just tired of that Baccarat Rouge DNA, I would recommend the Red Temptation Winter. But to me, I still don't mind. See, this perfume is rich, and to me it would never ever lose its value, even though now it's very common. But it's something that you can pair with other fragrances to, you know, change, kind of alter that scent profile so you don't smell like every other person. But overall, this perfume is something that you need to have in your collection. Zara is really doing amazing with their releases. Like, I have most of Zara fragrances. I'm going to be doing my top 10 Zara fragrances before the year runs out, definitely, so look out for that video. But I absolutely love the fragrances, especially the ones they released this year. They've just been, you know, giving us buzz, and we are here for it. Funny enough, we are here for it. All the complaint that we are complaining, Zara, don't calm down, give it to us hot, back to back. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of this episode. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, drop a comment, let me know your scent of the day in the comment section, or love to connect with you in the comments. Thank you guys for tuning in to Bella's Perfume Diaries. I'll be seeing you on my next episode. Bye.